Hello everybody, it's your boy Chan646 and we're back. And instead of building a quarry today, we're going to try something else. As you can see, I have a new building. It's different because let me go make a door real quick. It's different because it's not a 9x9, it's an 11x11. And I did that just because I want to start on a new mod today called Thaumcraft. That's right, guys. We're finally getting into Thaumcraft. I forgot I'm going to need a cauldron. Good thing I made a couple of these. How many diamonds do I have? 9. Darn. But, what am I doing? Oh yeah, making a door. There we go. We could make some obsidian pressure plates in a minute, but whatever. I know I'd actually have one. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and throw this chest down right over here, and let's get started. First, what we're going to need is crafting table, of course. But actually, I forgot one main detail. We're going to need a book stand, actually. Some gold, some iron. Let's just get about half a stack of all the materials. Actually, 14 should be pretty good. That all should be fine. Use some redstone, some glowstone, some nickelite, some lapis. We're going to need a bookshelf. So let's just get 3 of you. Throw you in there and look for bookshelf. And we're going to need to create what's called a wand. So let's just take this. Do I have any? I do have a gold nugget. Wow. 1 gold nugget at the bottom, and then whichever one we have the most of. I think we have a lot of earth shards. So let's just do that. And put 1 of you in there, and boom, we have ourselves a wand of the apprentice. Now, what's so cool about this? Well, you can see down there, it's got a little vis meter down there at the bottom, right above my hunger bar. Let's go in here. Get my sword out. Probably should always have this out. Love this sword, man. 2-hit kill. But let's throw this down right here, okay? And right-click it with a wrench. Ooh, did you see that little particle effect? Anyway, we have now what's called a Thaumonomicon. You right-click it. It's basically your guide to Thaumcraft. It tells you all about the stuff like silverwood trees, greatwood trees, aspects of magic, the aura, flux, which is bad or disturbances in the magic. So what we're going to need first, I've read through this thing a lot, and what we're going to need first is called tables, which are wood and wood slabs. Let's go ahead and get some of this done right here. We're going to need a good number of these, just because I know I've done plenty with this mod before. So let's just get about that many, about 3 for what we're going to need, and then just look into our Thaumonomicon again. We need to make an arcane work table, which is just 1 table, and you right click on it with your there we go. You can close one portal. You right click on it with your wand, and you can see it turns into a crafting table. Guys, I will be right back. Guys, I'm back, and I have all the recipes, most of the stuff I need, I think, for this. So you can see I have a cauldron with the lava under it, and that's because if you right click on a cauldron with a wand of the apprentice, or any kind of wand really, it turns into a what's the word for it? A crucible, basically. And whenever you put water in there with lava under it, it can begin to boil, and you throw stuff in here to transmute objects. So you always want to have a bucket of water, because every time you transmute something, it always I don't want to say destroys it, but it pretty much does. So let me start off with the scribing tools. Basically, it's a glass bottle, a feather, and an ink sac. you use it to craft the research table, which I apparently know offhand. Let's get you right here. I could move you. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. What we need in here is paper. Let me get some paper from in here, so that way we can start learning stuff. Where's all the reeds at? I need to make a reed farm. Let me get my minium stone out. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry, I had a little interruption there for a second, but let's get this working. You can see that we have these little glowing symbols, okay? You can't really click on one right now, and that's because they need to be researched, such as, okay, I know what some of these are, so I'm going to go ahead and get some redstone, glowstone, maybe some coal, gunpowder in here, throw it in here, and you can see these, what are they called? Aspects. They're called aspects. So you can see, you can't really see the aspects right now, but whenever you shift over it, you can see the aspects. So this one has Potentia and Vism, I think. Let me see. No, it's Machina and Vism, my bad. This one has Potentia and Machina, which is movement, machine, and power. So if you eventually, this button basically researches it for you. Researches the item and gets the raw materials that it can. This doesn't really do much. Well, it does, but I'm not going to explain it right now. So basically what you want to do is you just want to keep hitting it, and it will eventually just keep using up the item. And you can see that symbol went blank, or went black, or got grayed out. That's because it doesn't use it in this recipe. It only uses Potentia. And we're going to have to find out another one, but you can see it's night ore. And I apparently know, and I know this one from use before, so we're going to need some glowstone. It takes Vism, some of you, and it takes Lux, and then we need something that has fire in it. Where are we going to get fire from? Well, I happen to know that charcoal, or coal, happens to have the fire aspect to it. So we'll get some coal and maybe some gunpowder. Coal, gunpowder, and here we go. Let's take it back here, throw it up in here, store our coal in here. You can see it has both Potentia and Ignis, which is the fire aspect. It also has Saxon, which is stone aspect. So let's just keep right click. Oh, and here we go. We have our first discovery. So what you do is you can see it. Now this will eventually, if you just keep all these pages around looking for all this could get pretty, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to right click with it in your hand, and you can see it says research completed, night ore. Now if we go back into our Thaumonomicon, you can see that night ore has been filled out. What is all that? Okay, if you click on it, you can see that it takes 4 Ignis, 6 Lux, and 4 Potentia in a crucible to make. So let's just go ahead and make it. We need 4 Potentia, which is 2 coal. No, hold on. What is this? We need 4 Ignis, 4 Potentia, which I think we can get from, yes, that. Then we need 6 Lux, which we can get from this. So let's just toss you in here. You can see it's starting to absorb the aspects, and then you right click on it with this, and you can see that we got our night ore. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Ooh, let's put that out. Now you can place night ore. Night ore is used in some recipes. It's used for decoration a lot, so let's just throw that back in there. Get some more water. I'm going to go off camera and look up some more recipes. Oh, we have another one with Ignis and Potentia. And Saxum, or no, Fractus, which we need gunpowder for. Let's go ahead and craft you. Oh, there we go. We have our Elementum, which is the next basic recipe. So you can see that one's been cleared out. It requires 3 Fractus, 6 Ignis, and 6 Potentia. We can go ahead and make this 2 if you guys want. 2 of you. No, it needs 3 of you. Some of you. And right there, and right click in here. Oh, there we go. And now you could tell that we left actually some stuff into the air. So, elementum is, let's see if we can read on it. It is a source, the substance throbs with a fiery energy and is more than eager to be released that energy at the slightest bump. It may be unstable, but it would probably make a good source of fuel. It is probably not a good idea to throw this against a solid surface unless you enjoy explosions. So, basically this is used for explosions. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in here because I do not need it. And I'll be back once I've discovered some more stuff or some cool stuff to show you guys. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. As you can see, I've harvested some trees, some special type of trees I'm about to show you guys in a minute. But if you can check this thing out, I have gotten a lot of research done. You can see I've got most of this stuff. I have the unified atomic field theory, which I want to make these first. It's called an arcane work table. So let's first we have 2 thorium ingots. I want to get 4 more. I believe that's the right number. And boom. Where's our wand at? Right here. And we have ourselves 5. Let's get 1 more. Just because I know I'm going to need to create something real quickly. Actually, no, we can go ahead and make it right here. First, let's travel back to the home. If you want to, let's look at this some more. We have ourselves the robes. I got some of the wands done. I got infernal furnace. I have the basic flux research, which I'm going to need to create some of that pretty soon. But until then, I want to create this other thing. Need some stone. And let's go back. Oh, no, this is where that blue tree was, the silverwood tree, which is where I needed to get some of the stuff to get this basic flux research, but this is going to be pretty cool. So let's just, right here, use our arcane work table for one of the first times. I've used it before, but not on camera, I don't think. And we needed to put our wand in here to get this. You can see it required vis from it, and it'll recharge in there. But let's go ahead and map this out. I kind of want to put it, it's not going to be even with the room. I don't like that. I'm going to put it right here. And destroy this. And this is a multi-block structure. Thaumcraft had some pretty neat multi-block structures. But what we can do is we can right-click on this. Did my game crash? I've had this game running for a while. I think it did. I'll be right back. I just had to restart. Minecraft crashed. But this is a multi-block. It requires a wand of the apprentice to use, just like the arcane work table. It is an infusion altar. It is awesome. So let's look in here. Many of the recipes require an infusion table or an infusion altar, such as creating a new type of wand, which is the wand of the adept, which I would like to get right now. So, but first we're going to need to create a new wand. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm a little mad right now. I've been watching the show called The Game of Thrones. If you've never seen it, it's an amazing show. I suggest watching it. But there's a character on there called Joffrey. That little mother effer. If there was one person in the world I would like to kill, it would be him. Like, I would take him over anybody. I would take him over Hitler. Just for the sheer pleasure of doing what this guy did to... He's like 14 years old. He is ruthless. Well, not ruthless. He's a little bit of a child. But he just has no... Well, hold on. Let me tell you something. You can see... Wait. You can see this was grayed out. But if you look at this... The magic that requires down here for the infusion altar directly corresponds to the crucible. So you have to throw the stuff in the crucible to be melted down for this to work. And you can see I can grab this wand. Took nearly 50 Vs, but we can trade them out. Look at that. there's something I would like to make called a thaumium grafter. It is because, as I said, you may have noticed these silverwood leaves. They are one of the 2 trees that Thaumcraft adds. It is a pretty good tree. Well, what it does is it adds to the local Vs. And now I will be, I don't know, I kind of want to make this right now, but I'm going to need some iron first. Some iron, 1 piece of iron, and 2 shards for 4 magic, and 2, where'd my wand go? Okay, in here, and let's get this. There we go, we have the U. We need our Wand of the Adept for this, because if you look in the Thaumonomicon, to create it, it requires 160 Vs in the Infusion Altar, which is more than our Wand of the Novice, or Wand of the Apprentice can hold. So we need to do this, this, and this. We need to do the Thaumium Grafter. So that way, we can get saplings from our silverwood leaves, or I hope this could work. No, apparently it does not work. Darn. I thought it would work, but it was a long shot. But what a thaumium grafter what grafters do is that, what? Let me read up on them real quick. Adding thaumium to your grafter design. Okay, so basically it's just like a normal grafter, but with thaumium, and it's 2 times as durable. Yada yada yada. You can enchant it with the repair, given sufficient experience. So basically, I just wasted that on here. Dang it! I was really hoping I was able to get the saplings from these, because these are good trees. So I will be back once I have something called the Goggles of Revealing. You guys, we're back, and if we look at our Thaumonomicon, I've gotten a lot of it done. Let's go back up to our basic flux research. You can see all this. I have something called the crystal clusters, which are basically increase the amount of vis that's in your area. And then I have the theory of everything, which is basically the top level theory that you can get for wands, at least. For a wand, for the best one that you can get is called a Wand of the Thaumaturge. It holds 1,000 vis. A Wand of the Adept holds 250, so it's 4 times as powerful. But it requires a nether star, so we won't be getting that anytime soon. But if you look, we got some more of the wands. I definitely want to get one of these babies. If we want to go ahead and make one of these right now. So we're going to need some wool, which I conveniently have. Wait, how much do I need? Hold up. Okay, hold on. Let me grab something real quick, because I also made something else. Where is my... Okay, I have my shears right here. Let me go over here to my sheep farm, which I just created. Okay, I can't shear babies. Got you. Make all you naked. My cow farm's going out of control. I have tons of steak. Too much steak to count. But let's get you. Let's see what all we need for the portable hole. We need 6 or 24 alienus, which are 3 ender pearls, 24 vacuous, and 16 permutatio, which is just basically 16 seeds. The vacuous will come from chests. Actually, I'm going to need to get me some more of these. And boom. I keep forgetting I haven't even set up the portal yet. I need to get a portal spawner. Oops, darn. Okay, let me Throw that portal in there. Throw this back over here. And let's make some enchanted fabric. We're gonna need 4. Let's get our wand of the adept just for this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We have ourselves 4 enchanted fabric. And now we can throw the wand of the adept back in here. Encircle it in this. Put an ender pile in here. How much alienness? 4. We're going to need more. Let me just go get a few more. I think 6 ought to do it. 6 ought to do it. 6 chests over there, I think. Or no, I threw the chests in here. How many do they have? They have 4, so also about 6 of those would do pretty nicely. About 8 more iron. And I can do this. This also functions just like a regular work table. Workbench or another. And boom, we have ourselves a portable hole. Which, this is awesome. You know what? Forget doors. Let's just hole our way through all these. Actually, I want to check you. Oh, we have a full tank of biomass. It's pretty cool. See? We can basically go through anywhere now. And not feel the need to have any more open areas. Let's just close these off. And instead of, if we don't want to walk all the way through, we can just do this. Genius, I love it. Now, there's also one other thing that I would like to make, called the goggles of revealing. I'm going to need 4 leather, but 2 thermometers. So we're going to need 8 gold and 2 water shards. Let's get the 2 water shards. Oh, wow, I'm about out of water shards. And let me check anymore. I just want to get all the materials. We're going to need 2 more gold. 4 leather. I have a bunch of leather from our cow farm. And mutatio, percento, and visum. So, guys, we're gonna have to wrap this episode up pretty soon, but I just want to make these goggles of revealing on camera. And next episode, or in between now and next episode, I'm going to go mining. So that'll be fun. So we got you. We need our nether wart. Do we have nether wart in here? No, we do not. I think we have it back over here. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so basically we need our thermometers in here. Boom, we have 2 thermometers. And now let's go ahead and craft this baby up. Okay, so we're going to need 8 mutatio, 8 percento. Don't want to use shards. Let me go grab a Vise shard. Just because I know I have like a stack of 64 of them. 1 Vise is 6. 1 earth shard should also do it. Now, we have to be careful because I'm releasing what's called flux in the air. As you can see, it has an extra symbol on it. And I've been doing this off and on. But you can also see the nether wart has a few extra symbols on it. So, we need visum. Where are our cats? And we now have our goggles of revealing. If we take off our iron helmet and put on our goggles, you can see down in the left hand bottom left that it has an aura meter and a flux, which is high, just because we wasted a whole bunch of aspects. Okay, so flux is not different than Vise, it's just disturbances in Vise. If you want to, let's look at our goggles. Okay. Well, let's actually go look for something. You see that we have a 302 level node or aura nearby. Let's see if we cannot find this node that apparently is causing all this flux to be happening. Is it in our home? Well, let's just go and look. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Is this it? No, it's going too far away. Here it is. Let's see if we can't follow this. I could continue to go. Ah, there it is. Let's look at this. This is a, oops. You can see all this flux that's hanging around it. This is all bad stuff. And real quick, I just want to go back and show you guys that. Remember that old thing that we found with the zombie spawners and all that? I'm going to show you guys something. Also, flux. You can see the flux is known out here. That's because it's stabilizing out. Oh, and there you see there's a node right there. Okay, well, we better end this soon. I just really want to show this. You see that node right there? That's actually a really pretty good sized node. And let's see if it's a... No, it's not a self-cleansing node, which I don't think ours is either, but... Let's check this. See this? This is an evil node, a dark node. You can see that it's got a dark spiral in there. Yeah, these things are evil. Well, my name is Chen646. I think this is a good time to wrap up the episode, and see ya.